Want to add an extra inch? Guns need some more size. If you want to grow your guns, you come to the right place. Okay, because I know most of you are just here for the workout, timestamp is right here. Now I need to make mention, obviously if you want to be able to achieve this, you're going to need to accomplish two things while you're following these workouts. Thing number one, you need to be in a calorie surplus. I always recommend about 300 to 500 calories per day. And as well, you're going to need 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. This is going to facilitate you the resources that you need to grow the guns. Biggest thing that we need to follow here in order to actually get the arms to grow is to increase the time under tension to stimulate hypertrophy, aka muscular growth. So we're going to be using rep ranges on all of these exercises of about 12 to 15 repetitions, and the time under tension for each and every single repetition will be increased because on the negative portion, or when you are lowering the weight, we're going to be spending a total of 1 to 3 seconds slowly lowering that weight. Combining this tactic with the exact exercise I'm going to give you, your arms are going to grow super fast. All right, we're going to kick this thing off here with the triceps. Now, if you've never heard me say this, this is the most important thing about growing your arms fast. Focus on the triceps. If you take a look here, this thing back here is twice the size of my bicep. Prioritize this. Now the next thing we want to do is we want to prioritize the biggest head on the triceps, which is the long head. So in order for us to target the long head, all we simply got to do is bring the arms up here. We're going to get a nice stretch of that muscle. And that's what we're going to be beginning here with some easy bar overhead extension. Now, when we're performing this, as I mentioned, we're going to be performing this for about 1 to 3 seconds on the negative portion here. We also want to focus on keeping those elbows fairly tight to the head. You don't want them flaring out super wide there. When you have the elbows a little bit tighter in there, that's when you're going to be able to target the triceps more maximally. Now, when you're bringing the triceps up, you need to not just be moving the weight. You need to be focusing on squeezing and contracting that muscle by attempting to flex it on each and every single repetition. Now, after 3 sets of this exercise, we're then going to be getting into targeting the lateral head of the triceps. Now, yes, we're going to be doing some cable extensions or rope press downs, whatever you want to call them. The way we're going to be performing this to make it unique and demand a little bit more to the triceps is to focus on a 1 second isometric hold at the bottom of the motion. So when you bring the rope down, you're not just bringing the arms down and keeping them in front of you. You're going to attempt to pull those donkey nuts apart, those black balls in the end, and you are going to hold that there. And while you're holding it there, you're thinking of the lateral head of the tricep. You're focusing on squeezing that as hard as you possibly can. You're not just pushing your body into it, keeping that torso upright. Hold that there, and then a nice 1 to 3 second eccentric. Again, 12 to 15 repetitions for 3 sets. Your triceps will grow immensely just from these 2 exercises right here. Next, for the biceps, we're going to be incorporating an exercise that I have utilized for years to grow the size of the guns up very effectively. Now, the reason we're doing it on the preacher curl is to prevent the body from being able to swing the weight up. Again, this is one of those nuanced details that stand in the way of a lot of guys' gains and incorporate a gang of other muscle groups that take the targeting off of the biceps. So the same thing applies, a 1 to 3 second eccentric, getting down and getting a nice stretch of those biceps. And when you're bringing the weight up, you may notice that my face is really making some, well, weird expressions. Everyone always points it out. And it's because I'm so focused on contracting that muscle group. I'm focused on squeezing or flexing my biceps as hard as I possibly can. This is what's going to allow you to really stimulate that muscle group. In addition to 12 to 15 repetitions, your biceps are going to be screaming 3 sets. And let's get on to the last exercise for this gruesome workout. Now, to target both the outer head of the biceps and the brachialis, we're going to be getting into some neutral grip or hammer grip spider curls. Now, the same way we've been performing every exercise thus far. When you're bringing that weight up, squeezing and thinking about the outer head of the biceps and the brachialis, which lies in between the biceps and the triceps, on each rep, at the peak of the contraction, you're squeezing that there and then slowly lowering the weight down for 1 to 3 seconds. This exercise is super phenomenal at hitting that outer head. In combination with the supinated curls, guys, your arms are going to grow so fast. Now, to constantly demand more of the arms to stimulate further muscular growth, we're going to have to incorporate this thing called progressive overload, where we demand more of the arms with each and every workout that we repeat. Now, your main goal here is to increase the amount of weight you use for all of these exercises by at least 2.5 pounds every single week, if possible. It may not be possible for some of you, but that's what you want to strive to do. This will help you to mentally learn how to push yourselves further, which might be a huge thing standing in the way of your results currently. And if you are unable to get an extra 2.5 pounds on each exercise with each progressing week, then simply step up the number of repetitions. If you got 15 last week on the preacher curls, then this week what you're attempting to do is at least get to 16 or 17 repetitions. By incorporating all of these tactics and using the exact exercises that I have given you guys right here, you will for sure be able to add on an extra inch to your arms a lot easier than you probably ever imagined. So there you guys go. I hope you enjoyed enjoyed the video, and if you did, then be sure to give your boy a like down below, and also be sure to subscribe for weekly workout tips and nutrition tips that you will not want to miss. Thank you so much for joining me, you guys. I'll see you in the next video.